Welcome to True Tall Tales, when reality is stranger than fiction. My name is Sunny Boy, and welcome to another episode of TTT-True Tall Tales, coming to you every Tuesday. I'm very thirsty right now, boys. I wanted to open this on the microphone and see how, there's like therapeutic sound, that sound really good from recording into a mic. I feel like this is one of them. Hang on, let me check. Ready? Isn't that a good sound? Like, oh, who's cracking up the beers? It's not a beer, by the way. So, excuse me, it's a healthy soda. I got way too excited of trying to drink that then. Anyway, guys, welcome to another episode. So, I've got a great true tall tale to talk about, which I'm going to get up for you now. I just need to see where it's gone. What's going on here? Okay, so basically, I was about to record and talk about the worst vacation I've ever gone on. Actually, that's really bad. That's going to be for next week's episode. But I just got back from the cinemas in Newtown in Dendy Cinemas with one of my friends, and something happened. Obviously, a true tall tale. And I was like, all right, I'm going to change it up and talk about this very live. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. God, I'm very burpy now from this soda that I've just cracked open. I'm going to tell you a story that literally just happened about 2 hours ago when I went to the cinemas, and that will be my true tall tale for this week's episode because it's so good. Okay, so basically, I just went to the cinemas. Anyone that's been to Dendy Cinemas in Newtown, and I went to go watch the new psychological thriller called Trap. Now, I heard good things about it. If you're listening to this episode and you haven't seen it yet, and you've heard people talk about it, go see it. If you haven't heard anyone talk about it, go see it. I highly recommend it. Psychological thriller with Josh Hartnett. I don't know if you remember him, but when I was younger, Josh Hartnett was like this, actor, heartthrob. He did a lot of great films. He was quite big, and then he just went missing, and for a long time, probably just had a break, and now he's back, and he was really great in this film. He played such a quirky character, and welcome back, Josh Hartnett. And he's 46, it looks great, but I won't say much about the film because I went in without even watching the trailer, which is a new thing that I do recently. It makes the film so much better, and yes, me and my mate had no idea kind of what it was about or what was going to happen, and that it even had Josh Hartnett. But he plays a very quirky character, and that's all I'm going to say, because you laugh but you're also scared at the same time. Very well done. Very, very, very well done. Anyway, my true tall tale isn't really about the film. Anyone that knows Dendy Cinemas, if anyone's here from Sydney or the Inner West, when you are in Cinema 8, it was the first time I was in Cinema 8 tonight, you have to walk up a set of stairs, and then you get a little bit of a break, and then walk up more steep stairs, a little bit of break, and more steep stairs. Now, those stairs at Dendy Cinemas are very, very steep, and that's okay. I'm fine with stairs, but anyone that hates stairs, they would know, and you're walking very steep, and it does, gets those quads working, and it hurts your legs a little bit. It was in Cinema 8, finally got to the top, and we sat in there, and it's a very, intimate cinema. It's very small, doesn't have that many seats, as anyone that knows Dendy Newtown Cinemas. And me and my friend got in there, and there would have been about 14 people in there altogether. So very, very small, as you can imagine. Now, the movie was meant to start at 4 p.m. Yeah, so look, cheeky Arvo matinee. Love a good matinee. And as you know, I'm never late for anything. We got there at about 3:55, yeah? Because I'm a person that loves trailers. Love trailers. Love it. I'm like, and every time one comes on that I like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to see that. I'm going to see that. I'm that type of person. I know, a bit embarrassing, but whatever. But, so we got there at 3:55 and we walked in, and I go to the cinemas once a week, by the way, listeners, which people find really bizarre. And they're like, once a week? Wow, that's so much. But, I look at the cinemas as such a good creative outlet that's therapeutic, like getting a massage. Like, I find it very relaxing. So I walk in, and this, we sit down, about 14 people altogether, and the screen at the cinema is not even on. And usually at this time it would be the trailers, and they would probably do the trailers for about from 4 o'clock to 4:15. It's about 15 minutes worth of commercials and trailers, maybe 20 minutes max, and your movie's starting at about 20 past 4. I think everyone's tried to work it out. So there was nothing on the screen, so I was like, oh, we must be really early, Sat there, I'm talking to my friend, everyone in the cinemas talking to each other. I'm eating my choc top. I've now finished my choc top because that's how long it's been and the film hasn't started. I've now eaten my new sweet and sour twisties. I highly recommend. I finished that packet. I then had a small packet of salt and vinegar chips, and I finished them as well. So now I've finished all my cinema food before the trailers have even started. And anyone that's listening to this, it's very annoying. You're like, oh no, I haven't even saved anything for the actual film because the film was just very late on starting. Anyway, everyone's talking. It's now, I would say, 10 past 4, yeah? Which is 10, like, movie still hasn't started, still nothing on the screen, still no trailers. And I said to my friend, are we even in the right cinema? She's like, I think so. Because that can happen sometimes. I've been in the wrong cinema. So I looked at my ticket and she's like, yeah, cinema 8. I'm like, yeah, it's definitely cinema 8. And she goes, okay, no, we're fine. Everyone else is still in here. Not that, 14 people can't get it wrong. So we continue to sit there and just wait in the dark and silent. Because like I said, the screen's not even on at all. Then you could like hear the other 14 people that are in the cinema talking quietly, and like they're whispering to each other, like same way me and my friend were talking, and we could overhear people saying like, maybe the projector guy like called in sick, maybe he's chucking a sticky and they don't know that, no one's put the projector movie into the, cinema 8. So where me and my friends cracking up laughing because everyone's kind of talking about why the movie hasn't started in the trailers yet, and we're trying to come up with a scenario of why the film hasn't started yet. So that's all happening. It's now 4:20. We've now sat there for 20 minutes with no trailers and no film and still in the dark. The whole cinema, 14 of us, 20 minutes are there. So even if it does start, we've got like 20 minutes worth of trailers. So, it's going to make the film late. So something's a bit off here. Something's a bit wrong. And everyone's talking, having more conversations. And then my friend said to me, do you think this is a social experiment? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I don't know. Like, we're seeing this movie called Trap. And I said, yeah. And she goes, maybe it's part of its marketing where they're like trapping us in the cinema. They're not going to start the film. And they're going to see how long and who it will be for the first person to walk down those really steep stairs to go to the bottom ground level at Dendy Cinemas and say, hey, the film hasn't started yet. That's all someone had to do. But out of the 14 people, no one went down, and no one wanted to go down because, like I said, we're at the top of Cinema 8. It's so far to get downstairs, and I'm like, I'm not. And in your mind, you're like, nah, I'll wait it out. Someone's gonna do it. And my friend next to me, she's like, don't go. Let someone else do it. Let someone else. And she goes like, why hasn't someone said anything yet? And I'm like, yeah, it's a bit weird that it's been 20 minutes now. Like, I know we're doing it, but is everyone playing the same game that we're playing? So then, like, my friend, she's like, oh, it's killing my buzz. So I'm like, well, go. And she goes, no, I couldn't be bothered. I'm like, all right, then don't complain. And she's like, nah, I'm going to put it out there. So as everyone's talking, she'd like creep down in her seat like this. And she'd be like, someone go talk to someone. Someone find out if it's broken. Kind of yelling these out, but like you wouldn't know where it's coming from. And I'm like, shut up. So my friend next to me is like yelling that out. Like, someone go fix it like that. And yeah. No one went. It's now 4:30. Myself and my friend and the 14 other people in the cinema have sat there for 30 minutes in the dark, in silent, with nothing coming on the screen, and not one person has gone downstairs to tell them saying, hey, we think the film's broken. It hasn't started yet. So, no one still goes. And I'm like, okay, this is actually getting ridiculous now. To the point that like, it's been so long that I didn't even want to go downstairs. Like I actually couldn't be bothered. I'm like, someone will get over it. Like, and everyone was just waiting for that person. It was really weird. To the point that I'm like, maybe we are in a social experiment. Anyway, there was 2 guys sitting behind me and my mate. And I heard him, and he dialed his phone. And he goes, hello, is this Dendy Cinemas Newtown? They're like, yeah. And he goes, we're like in Cinema 8 about to watch Trap, but yeah, the movie hasn't come on yet with no trailers. We saw like 2 seconds of like a trailer, and that happened twice, and then it stopped, and yeah, we think it's broken. It's like, no problems, we'll send someone up. And then I'm like hitting my friend, and I'm like, did you hear? And she's like, well, no, like the guy behind us, he called, he broke in. But still, someone broke in that room, but not enough to leave the cinema and walk down the stairs to get someone. He's Googled what Dendy Cinemas Newtown number was, called them, said, nah, I'm sitting here, I'm comfortable. And he called someone. Anyway, so the cinema guy come up, and he walked in. He's like, hey guys, nice guy that works. And he goes, hey guys, is it broken? Or what exactly happened so we know how to fix it? And everyone's kind of like, yeah, like, we've just been sitting here, nothing come up on the screen, but about 10 minutes ago, like a little bit of a trailer come on and then it turned off, and then it did that twice and then nothing. And he goes, so the film didn't start, it just showed a little bit of a trailer and then kept stopping. Is that correct? And we're all like, yeah. And everyone in the crowd is like adding together. Now we're playing, like now we're as a team, like giving advice of what's happened. Now, the funniest thing is the guy goes, okay, so how long has this been on for? Like, did you guys just get here? What time did your movie start? And he goes, sorry that I'm asking these questions. I've actually just started my shift and someone said, go up to cinema 8. Something's wrong with their cinema screen. So we're like, oh, we're watching Trap. And he's on a walkie-talkie, yeah? So he's giving this information to someone in the projector room. We're like, and everyone in our cinema is like, we're about to watch Trap. And it was meant to start at 4 o'clock. And he goes, it's 4:30. And we're like, yeah, and everyone in the cinema is like, we've been here for about 35 minutes. And he's like, why didn't someone say anything? We're like, we did. And he's like, but ages ago. We're like, oh, I don't know. Hey, I think someone just called in the cinema. Anyway, so he had to stand there and then they're like putting it on and it took them ages. And the movie finally came on. And the poor guy that just started his shift was so stunned to be like, why did these 14 people in this room sit in the dark for 30 minutes and not one person came downstairs and let them know that it wasn't working? You would think after like maybe 10 minutes max, someone would say something, but in his mind he's like, he would be walking down those stairs going, dude, they sat there for 30 minutes in the dark in silence and then just waited. Like, that's a long time. That's a very long time. Now I think, was everyone doing the same thing that me and my friend was doing? Like where we didn't want to walk downstairs, or like, nah, someone's going to drop out and someone's going to go. Someone's going to give in. Someone's going to give in. Was everyone doing the same thing? Or did they just think, oh, they're probably fixing it? And I don't know. I just found it really, really funny of the guy that worked there's reaction, that he was like, and how long ago this happened? We're like 30 minutes ago. Why didn't you guys say anything? Anyway, look, it was a small true tall tale. I don't even know if it's coming off of how I thought it in my head, but leaving the cinema, I could not stop laughing with my mate because I found it so funny that no one said anything for 30 minutes and we thought it was a social experiment and no one wanted to cave in, every single person in the room. But yeah, nothing too exciting, guys, in my true tall tale. That's just something that happened literally 2 hours ago. Thank you for listening in. We have a new guest on the show next week. My friend Amy, who just had a baby of a creature. So let's wait for that episode. But if you want to be on the show and you want to send me a true tall tale and I can read it, or if you want to tell me actually on the show, please write into True Tall Tales podcast@gmail.com and reach out to me and I will get in contact with you and we'll get you on the show. I want to hear your story. It can be about anything. There's no right. There's no wrong. Yes, please, or reach out on any of the socials. As you know, I say a really nice quote or statement at the end of every episode now. I want to do that because I just think there's a lot of negative in the world. There needs some more positive because I'm a positive guy. So it's just nice to hear something nice at the end of every episode. And I forgot what my quote was. It's on my fridge. Let me just get it. 1 second. All right. Thanks for waiting, listeners. So I'll read it now. Before I go, everyone... shouldn't say it like that. Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always. Okay, guys? Be kind, always. I will see you soon. I'll speak to you soon. My name's Sunny Boy. You're listening to Triple T. Adios, amigos. We'll speak to you soon. Peace out. Be safe, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. Mwah, mwah, mwah.